They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
So they'll run up the middle with McAllister. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield to throw it. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. A give running left, McAllister. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Step on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Mayfield now. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
zone now. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes so far, well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Cook again. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Now Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things going in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. A first down throw for Mayfield. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the give, McAllister with it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes a mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. In motion, the tight end. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First down, Mayfield. That's caught left side, Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
At the Vikings 16-yard line.
From the 16, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside from 6 yards away. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Zane Gonzalez lining up for the extra point.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Vikings, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Well, the Vikings hit 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Cousins. This goes out wide from Madison. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Panthers will get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. His throw caught right around the 6.
And the Panthers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Panthers 21, Vikings nothing.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
From the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7.
A handoff to McAllister, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now Mayfield.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Kawhi Williams.
And the Vikings force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. They'll still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about the...
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson, 94 yards. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball. He hasn't been needed till here in the third. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Peterson. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Should their woes on offense continue? That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running right, here's McAllister. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
From the gun, Mayfield. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Mayfield looks to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Yard line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Baker Mayfield. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it's 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Cousins now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
Touchdown, Vikings.
You got him in your fantasy league. You like his production, the second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well trying to keep him in it.
Now, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Mayfield. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Hey, flipper!
Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And a third interception thrown by Cousins.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They run with Deuce McAllister. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Vikings 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To try again after the sack. Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
And Here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone.
Two things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
Man, it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down.
Second and 2.
Mayfield to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So a win here for the Panthers. And it was thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, CD, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, he was definitely the X factor. He had 3 touchdown passes, ran for another, and really had this defense grasping for straws throughout much of this ball game.
So for the Panthers, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2 and 4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.